Hello everyone! It's been a while since I did a review on a past Comic-Con. This one is long overdue. Today we're reviewing London Comic-Con. Now that took place on September 16th and 17th. So yeah, it's been a while and I should have done this quite a long time ago, but life has just gotten in the way. So, first off, I have to say a big thanks to London Comic Con because they moved my table from the smaller room downstairs where they put most of the artists to the featured artist area, which is in a hallway right outside the main room. So that I really have to say thank you for. I also have to thank my friend Rob who came and helped me out during the show. That was a tremendous help. It was great. Another thing I have to say, I was able to get my Lou Ferrigno sketch cover signed, and that was great because, I already sold it, but I collected it from the owner and got it signed and brought it back to them. Alright, let's get into this. I sold 0 sketch covers, and that really hurt. And I've mentioned this in the past because that's my big ticket item. And making a sale with a sketch cover or a couple sketch covers would really help make or break a con. But none. Absolutely none. I sold one sketch card. One sketch card. And it was of Iron Man. I sold it for $40. But, I have to start subtracting costs to that. So, like, the printing of the sketch card, where I get my sketch cards printed, is 23 cents. And I always sell my cards in a one-touch case, an Ultra Pro one-touch case, so that costs like $2. I also have to think about, the time it took me to do it. Time, I'm not even counting the materials of drawing it, but I'm going to say it's $15.50. And that is paying myself minimum wage. So I have to keep all that in mind because that is the cost of making that product. So that brings the total production cost of creating it to $17.73. And really, I should be paying myself a lot more than minimum wage. So the total profit for that card was $22.27. All right. I was able to sell 2 of my art books. This is art book number 6. I actually have art book number 7 out for sale now, but anyways, art book number 6 was available at that time, and I sold 2 of them. And I sold them on the Square, which they take some processing fees and such, so the profit from those 2 books is $35.40. Now, I have to also consider production costs for those as well. So each book cost me $7.11 at the time to print. So that's $14.22. A bag and board for each book, is like $2.38. So that's like another $4.76. So that total is $18.98. So actually those 2 books, when I sold them, I made $16.42. So if we add the card and the 2 books, we're looking at $43.69. Okay, so let's move on to prints that I sold. I sold 3 Harley, 1 Batgirl and Supergirl, 2 Omni-Man vs. Homelander, 1 Legion of Princesses, Disney Princesses, 5 Jokers, 5 Predator, 2 Web of Spider-Man, 2 Colossus, 2 Hulk, 4 Batman Who Laughs, 4 Boba Fett, 5 Stan Lees, 1 Steve Ditko, 1 Kirby, 3 Carnage, 2 Deadpool, 2 Spawn, 3 Spider-Man, 2 of Batman vs. Robin, 2 Master Chiefs, 3 Obi-Wan, 2 Hulkbusters, one Doctor Strange, one Flash Batman, one Superman, two Thanos, four Iron Man vs. Venom, one Walking Dead, or should say Walking Evil Dead, two Rogue, one Daredevil and Spider-Man, two Hellboy vs. Spawn, three of Superior Spider-Man vs. Venom, and two of the Heroes and Villains, which is a dual print. So that's 78 prints I sold. I was selling them at $5 each to see if I would get more sales. And it seemed to have worked. I did get more sales, but I also am trying to get rid of them. Because at this point, I've been looking at the track record of Comic Cons throughout the year, and I'm like, I need to get rid of this stock. So anyways, that means I made $390 off of prints. But we have to start thinking in the production costs of prints as well. So it costs $1.41 for each print. And that's buying them in bulk, of course, whatever, at the time. And the plastic sleeve that I put the prints in, that's $1.60 each. So that's $124.80. So if I add the $109.98 it costs to print those prints and the $124.80 for the plastic sleeve, that makes the total cost to print those all $234.78, which puts me at a profit of $150.60. So, you know, not even paying myself a minimum wage for being at the show, or traveling there, or anything, just without, not even paying myself, our total profit for the show now is $189.29 for a 2-day show. That's how much money we made. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into costs, right? So a table, an Artist Alley table, for the 2 days is $330.27. I spent money on social media prior to the show because I wanted to advertise to people in the area that I was there, right? Tell them about myself, get them to come out. I spent $23.27 there. London's a 2-hour drive. So I spent $110.40 in gas, and there's a reason for that, because I drove there and back every night because I wanted to save money on hotel costs, because that would make the cost even more. I spent $25 on parking. I spent another $5 on signage for my table, for pricing and such. So now I have to add in the costs of my new equipment for the year, right? So my new equipment, I divide that by the number of Comic Cons I have per year. I also keep in mind, each one is not the same, it's not equivalent. It depends on how many hours the show is, right? So I'm essentially dividing those by the hours. So I had a rotating pegboard shelf, which cost me $41.60. My portable display backdrop, what I put behind me, that costs $93.60. And of course, business cards, right? To give to people. So that's another $9.76. So these are things that are just ongoing, and they're going for the year, right? To pay for being able to do my table right. I'm not putting in costs like, my tablecloth or anything else like, wire cube shelves and stuff like that, because I paid for those before from previous years. But anyways, this brings the total cost of doing this con to $678.88. So if we take that versus our profit, we know that leaves us with a $489.59 loss from doing this Comic-Con. And I truly do love London Comic-Con. I love it. I love the energy. I love the people. I love the vibe. But again, this just has proven to me Comic Cons for artists, artist alleys, it is not worth it. Not worth it at all. I have one more show to do for the year that I'm going to review. And after that, I'll do a big summary of all the Comic Cons I did last year in 2023. And we'll come to our conclusion. But anyways, thanks for watching. And, I really hope things turn around for Comic Cons. I really hope that it's not just Artist Alley, that it's everyone, but it could be just Artist Alley, it could be just me, it could be my art. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching.